You are now watching Demeech.
Hey everyone, welcome to the very first episode of Demeech's Arcade. This series will go over various things in my game collection, such as games, consoles, and even collectibles such as amiibos, various different items, and stuff like that. And for the first episode, I wanted to do something very special. I know a lot of you guys were hyped for this game. I was too. And that is Super Mario 3D World. Now, the game originally did release on the Wii U, so what we're going to do in this video is mainly focus on the differences between the two, what I think of the Switch port, and we're even going to go over things like the cartridge, disc, yes there is a disc and you'll see why, box art, and of course the game itself. So let's take a look at the actual game first, because it is a very nice looking box art for the game. So here's the cartridge right here. As you can see, oh wait, I think we're in the wrong generation. Alright, let me just put that away. Sorry about that. So this is the original case for Super Mario 3D World. Same copy I got for Christmas in 2013. As you can see, the box art is very nice, very colorful, the characters look great, although I do wish there was a background. Kinda looks lazy with just a PNG thing. They could have added a sky or, anything really. But, overall, this is some pretty nice box art right here. But what's weird is on the back, it's pretty colorful. You got a different screenshots, like right here, a bunch of different ones. Power-ups, characters, stuff like that. So, let's take a look and open it. Yes, they used to use discs. You guys, back in my day, we used to use these round things for cartridges. So, as you can see right here, you got Cat Mario looking adorable as ever, and there's even a Club Nintendo code. Good luck using that, though. But anyways, that was the original box art for 3D World. Now, moving on to this year, and by this year I literally mean a day ago, we have Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. So the box art is mainly similar, except Cat Luigi got the boot, sadly. They still went for the PNG looking background, which I don't really like, but man, this Bowser's Fury artwork is amazing. You got Mario and Bowser Jr. right here, Bowser looking scary as ever, as you can see on the back. It's actually more minimalistic, like you have a few screenshots, but it mainly just highlights what you know about the game. You can use amiibos, highlights a new Bowser's Fury mode, and speaking of amiibos, we're actually going to take a look at them right now because I have them with me. This is the Cat Mario amiibo right here. I love collecting amiibos, and these are the first amiibos I released in quite some time. And oh my gosh, these are so cute. So it kind of has a different texture on it. They call it the popcorn ceiling texture, but Mario looks really great. As you can see, there's even some texture on the back. Look at that. One thing about amiibos is they never fail to impress me when it comes to detail, and this is no exception. I was a little bit surprised that they were a little bit smaller than I expected, but they're not small in the slightest. Very nicely designed. Cat Mario's great. Now, as you know, I'm the biggest fan of Peach, so with this Cat Peach amiibo, I don't like her as much as Cat Mario just because I prefer Mario, but even I have to admit, this is adorable. Has the same texture, Peach's face looks great. Sometimes when they create amiibos, the human faces look a little bit weird sometimes, but that's not the case anymore. And as you can see, everything looks really clean, everything looks super nice right here. I really wish we get Luigi and Toad amiibos as cats, and also the secret 5th playable character, and heck, why not have Cat Toadette from Super Mario Maker 2? So there you have the amiibos, there you have the game, and if there's one thing about games, they're designed to be played. So we're going to take a look at Bowser's Fury, Super Mario 3D World, and I'll give my impressions on both of them. Alright, so as you can see right here, we got the game set up. We are greeted to some very nice Super Mario 3D World elevator music, and I'm debating whether or not we should play Super Mario 3D World or Bowser's Fury first. I think maybe Super Mario 3D World since, it's kind of it's still a port, but there's a lot of cool new additions here. So I'm going to go over some of my favorites. We're going to play through some of the game. I have not beat it yet. I know some people have, but I just like to just play through the games and enjoy them. I have 2 save files. One's World 2. World 3 is the multiplayer one. So we are going to start playing, and I'm going to do the unthinkable. I'm actually going to play as Mario. So you have the option to choose between 4 characters at the start. There is that secret 5th playable character, which some of you know about, but I definitely won't spoil it for those who don't know. So let's see, we got all the green stars here. We got them here too, although there is a stamp right there we can collect. So I think this is one of the best levels to showcase the differences between the Wii U original and the Switch one. So we're gonna head over here. I also did not beat it as Mario, so we gotta do that to 100% it. So, taking a look at this level, this was designed to use a gamepad. So what the Switch version does is you can use a cursor a la Captain Toad, a la Gold if you really want to, and what it did essentially is replace the gamepad functionality. So I'm assuming if you play this in handheld mode you use the touchscreen, but here, hey look, 8-bit Luigi, you just use a cursor. Now this isn't one of my favorite levels, in fact I didn't like most of the gamepad levels that much, but at least it looks very nice. Now I'm gonna keep the cat suit, I already got a fire flower. And what you can also do with the cursor is you can just stun the enemies, making it a little bit easier, but I feel I'm pretty good at the game, so I rarely ever need to use that, if ever. But in this kind of level, you use the cursor, so you build the blocks like this. This is actually very similar to, I believe, the third level in Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, because yeah, this game was the inspiration for that. So, gonna create some stairs right here. I think this is where, no, that's where the star is, so we're gonna find the stamp. But as you can also notice, the movement's a lot faster. In fact, when I first started playing it, I was a little bit thrown off, but everything here feels really, really good. I mean, it felt fine on the Wii U, but I would say the Switch version just looks better. We might need the cat suit, but I highly doubt it. So let's see. Nope. Gonna use the fire flower again. This game has some great power-ups. So, as you can see there, the movement is a lot faster. These were originally you had to blow into the microphone, which would also blow away the mini Goombas, and that's stupid regardless of what game. I think it was just... I remember playing this Raving Rabbids game, I think it was Rabbids TV Party, and one of the games was literally just blowing into the microphone. And it's so dumb. I'm kind of glad they got rid of that. In fact, I'm really glad they got rid of that. But they replaced the lifts with just regular ones. You see what I just did there? I was able to dive. This game brings back the diving mechanic from the past 3D Mario games, 64 Sunshine and Odyssey specifically. It does work a little bit different, but it makes the gameplay much, much smoother. So overall, I would say the gameplay changes here are really good. Really brings a breath of fresh air to 3D World. But let's see where the stamp is. Green star right there. We're on a mission to find a stamp. So let's see where it could be. Sure, it has something to do with the blocks. Not quite sure. But I'm gonna check it out right here. I don't think this is the area right here. Let's check around. Maybe it's near the goalpost? No, it's not. So we're gonna do a little bit more exploring, and even though this is a linear Mario game, there definitely is an exploration element here. Like, you can look for all the green stars, stamps, and it's gonna take a while to 100% the game, so I'm gonna try to find the stamp. I think I saw the star there, but I think there's a lift. This is where the oh, yeah, I thought I died for a second. This is where the stamp is right here. So we're gonna get that stamp. Gonna play through a few more levels, and then we're gonna get right into Bowser's Fury, but overall, my first impressions of the game are that it runs much smoother. It's a lot more enjoyable to play. I don't know what it is, but even though it's limited to just 8 directions of movement, the controls feel a lot more smooth than they did on the Wii U. And overall, if you're gonna play 3D World, this is definitely the version you want to play. And that's just for movement alone, because they really did a lot to help this game differ from the Wii U port. You have stuff like New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which only added an easy mode, but I'm really impressed with all the additions here. I was also playing the online multiplayer yesterday with Reese, Tyler Guy, and Starchronics, and surprisingly it was pretty smooth. It wasn't perfect, but it was decent. Definitely better than Super Mario Maker 2's online. So we are going to get to the end of the level. Dive mechanic is useful as always. Fire Flower is a great power-up, although I do wish there were some new power-ups in this version. Maybe the Ice Flower? Or better yet, have Yoshi in the game, but you got Plessy, and Plessy is awesome. Definitely wish he'd be in more games. Maybe a Mario Kart character, anything really. So we are going to reach the end of this level, and I'm actually kind of glad about that, because this was not one of my favorites, as I said before. So, there we go. There we go. I don't think you could originally reach the top of the goal pole as Toad, unless you did something like the dive. Well, you can do the dive now, but you couldn't do it in the original. So let's check out more levels. We're going to go to one of my favorites, and that is, I believe it's called Shadow Play Alley. Sometimes I get the names confused. There was this one level, I think it was something, I forget the name of it, but I thought it was Pretty Pink Palace, and it was something completely different, and when T&D and I were playing, he thought that was the funniest thing. So what I also love about 3D World is that you could just choose any character you want. Pretty much, unless it's Wario or Waluigi, because they're banned from ever appearing in mainline Mario games for some reason. And they have different abilities too. It's not cosmetic like in New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, no. These characters are actually pretty useful. So you can see Luigi has a high jump, but he does slide a little bit. Although it's definitely not as bad as in the 2D games where he's all over the place. So what's really cool about this level is, you're going to see in quite a bit, got our first green star, is that it turns into a whole shadow area. I'm going to use a cat suit. I think it's more useful for this kind of level. And this Piranha Plant power-up also appeared in Mario Kart 8 as an item. And it works really well both in this game and that game. Except you get speed boost in not Super Mario. You get it in Mario Kart, but in 3D World it just eats enemies and obstacles in your way. Alright. I see a glow around there, but it's definitely not a green star. So I'm gonna just eat that Piranha Plant. This is where it gets really cool, guys. Check this out. It literally looks like that level from Donkey Kong Country Returns. I was gonna say Tropical Freeze, because there is a level like that too, where everything turns into a shadow. Almost like a Game & Watch game. Alright, so the way we're gonna have to get this one is we're gonna have to run into the giant Piranha Plant. There we go, we got the stamp. So we are gonna save our Piranha Plant friend once again, because he is gonna help us throughout our adventure. Although I see a door, so there's probably another one. Alright. At least you're okay. It's not like throwing Yoshi off a cliff. So, what also this thing can do is it can eat all these obstacles right here, like it's having a feast. And we're gonna need to do this to get a green star. So what's really cool is that there are these mini challenges right here where you can get green stars. So it's almost like a mission in Super Mario Odyssey in a way. And, alright, I did something stupid there. Hey, we still got the green star. I'm still kind of getting used to the controls because it's much faster. Like, ridiculously faster than the original, and that's actually a pretty good thing. Alright, our friend Captain Toad's in trouble. Are we already at the final boss? Nah, it's just a cardboard cutout. They were gonna use that for Labo, but they just decided to make a giant Bowser cutout. Alright, green star. Go green! Alright, we cleared this level, and we are good to go. Also, the doors are from Super Mario Bros. 2. Very nice reference right there. And hey, there's even some coins on top of the house. Alright. With a cat suit, you can just climb up the gold pole, and you need to get the gold pole in order to 100% the game on every level. And I'd say the characters best for that are Luigi, Peach, and that secret 5th playable character. Alright, so we're getting into Bowser's Fury. As you can see, Bowser looks as scary as ever. So we're actually going to start a new save file because I already beat the game, and I definitely don't want to spoil it for you guys. I already know the pain because my brother spoiled Endgame for me. We got the first cutscene right here. I'm actually surprised that there's a cute little cutscene like this, because with Bowser's Fury, I thought that, you know, maybe it just goes straight into Leg Lapcat, but it actually gives you a little bit of an origin story. So you can see Mario is running around, a little bit of the paint, thinking, oh no, do I have to go to Isle Delfino again? Well, not quite, but that definitely is a reference to Super Mario Sunshine right there. So as you can see, he is falling into a black hole. Nobody knows where it goes. Well, we do now, but he didn't know where it went at the time. So this reminds me a lot of Super Mario Odyssey's intro, where Mario falls into the Cap Kingdom. So right, gotta have Mario just get out of there. So let's take a look at the general controls. So this is actually not limited to just 8 directions of movement, and Mario moves fast. If you're just using the analog stick, you can still dash to get a little bit of movement, but it's not necessary. I felt like most of the time I never really needed to use it, unless there was a challenge or something like that. So as you can see, the island is cat-themed with the trees looking like cats. It's gonna get even more perfect, if you know what I mean. So we're just gonna explore around the island, and then see what's going on here. And oh my gosh, Bowser looks furious! Hence the name, Bowser's Fury. Look at that right there. Uh-oh. Gonna have to find a way around that. Go on the blocks. Very nice of you to help with the platforms. Dive mechanics certainly comes in handy. So we're gonna have him blast the Fury blocks. You're gonna need to do this for some of the missions in the game. Alright, we are gonna get our first cat shine. These are the new collectibles because after stars, shines, and moons, you go to cat shines. And these cat shines are adorable. I really want to have one in real life. Like, if Nintendo made a medallion with the cat shine, I would totally buy it. So you get this cutscene of Bowser right now, and what this game essentially is, it's a lot more open than 3D World. It's essentially the most open Mario adventure yet. And Bowser occasionally appears, he makes the stage rainy, brings in more obstacles, and there's even a really cool sprite of Fury Bowser right there. But when Lake Lapcat returns to normal, it's a bit overcast, but definitely not as menacing. So as you can see right now, the first part of the island came to life, and this is where the game really starts. So we're gonna look around the island right now. Looks very nice. This is a very cool environment in Mario. It's kind of like an ancient civilization of sorts, mixed with the Lake Kingdom, I would say. Mainly because it is a lake. Doesn't really remind me of the Lake Kingdom theming-wise. So this is where we have to team up with Bowser Jr. right here. So, he's telling us what happened, telling us that Bowser was originally just regular scary, and then he became ultra scary. You really gotta love the attention to detail where they have Bowser Jr. painting, and it looks like something Bowser Jr. would actually paint. They had to design it in a way that would just suit the character, and Mario's not having any of it. That is funny. I really like that they gave Mario more personality in this game. Like, usually Mario's just, he's always happy, never has any issues, but here it's just like, I've had enough of this, Bowser Jr. But we really need to team up with Bowser Jr. If there's anything Mario and Bowser Jr. can agree on, it's saving Bowser when he doesn't even know he needs to be saved. Alright, so we teamed up with Bowser Jr. I think just for the sake of the gameplay showcase, I will have him help a little bit. I always turn it off to none, but you know guys, if you want to see the gameplay of it in action like Nintendo wants you to, I could just show you what it's like. So, as you can see, levels are very open, and I'm sure you're curious to know what I think of the game since I love Super Mario Odyssey. And, oh, he just helped us. He found something right here. I think it's a power-up or coins. No, just a coin. But in Super Mario Odyssey, I love the open gameplay, I love the exploration, and it feels like that in some cases, but it's a lot more action-oriented. There are a lot more platforming challenges, more enemies, and I really like that change. I'm not sure what I think of the idea of having just one level instead of a bunch of smaller ones like in the past 3D Mario games, but it's definitely a really cool concept, and I've had a blast playing this. So let's see what power-up we're gonna get. We're gonna get the cat suit. So you can see all the enemies are cats now this time. Really like the theming here. You had the whole vacation theme in Sunshine, Traveling the World in Odyssey, Space and Galaxy 1 and 2, but here you got the cat thing going on. Really nice. I was talking to T&D and he said he went a little bit overboard with the cat theme, but you know, overboard with cats, I think that's totally fine. These cats are adorable right here. And these ones actually help you clear obstacles, so kind of think of the blocks from New Super Mario Bros. Wii, where they help you. Like, you can get a propeller blocks, light box, something like that. And this one makes me want to bring up the next thing about the game. I really don't want to throw the cat, I really don't want to do that, but cats are flexible, won't hurt them. Just don't do that in real life. So these cats are so adorable right now, they're with Mario. I was going to show you one of the new features right here. The original stamps which were used for Miiverse were discontinued, but you can use them here. You got the photo mode returning from Super Mario Odyssey, so you can see it's exactly the same UI. We can add things. Here, let's make sure the red cat gets in. Add things like the stamps. Check out what stamps we got. So, I don't want to use the cloud. So let's see, add a stamp. How do I just delete that? Oh, change stamp. Got some filters. This is actually the first time I use a stamp, so I'm trying to figure that out. Alright, we're going to change the stamp. UI is a little bit, like, sluggish when it comes to that. But here's some of the stamps I collected. Gonna throw in Cat Luigi here. He's gonna be in the background just chilling around. Gonna change this. No, I'm not gonna change Cat Luigi. I'm gonna change this stamp right here. Maybe have Small Mario. Small Mario? Wow, they were right. He's small. It's so small you can't even see him. Alright, where is he? I'm trying to find him. There he is. Gonna have him in the background. Let's see. Put Luigi here. And then you can take your snapshot. So you just want to get the cursor out of the way. I think it does it for you. There we go. Get out of the filters like I showed before. I think this is like sepia or with it, something like that. black and white, sharpens the image a little bit. This actually looks quite nice right here. Maybe even make it a painting. Hang it up on your wall. There we go. Then there's a neon. Doesn't always translate well, but I gotta say the stamps look really cool with the neon designs. Reminds me of the fireworks from Mario Kart 64's Rainbow Road. So yeah, that was a snapshot mode right there, so we're gonna get back into the game. There's even a cute little black cat right there, which reminds me a lot of my cat. She looks very similar to that. So right here is our first challenge. We have to get to the top of the lighthouse. This is where the dash comes in handy. Also that dive. Really helpful right there. I also noticed that the cat Goombas are a little bit different. They were more orange in the original Super Mario 3D World, but they're more brown here. They're very cute. I love cat Goombas. So we got our first cat shine. Here we are at the Gigabell Island. Unfortunately, we can't use it yet because we still have to get more cat shines, but we are going to use some amiibos. So I'm going to start off with the 4 that are really promoted for the game, being Cat Mario, Cat Peach, Bowser, and Bowser Jr. So it looks like Giga Bowser's getting ready to strike soon. So let's see what Cat Peach does. I believe she just gives you a random power-up. Switch D-pad is not good on the Pro Controller. So, as you can see, you just get a random power-up with Peach. Let's see if you can do it again. No, I think you can only use it once. But let's try the Cat Mario amiibo, see if you can get the white cat suit. So let's bring it out, see if it works. Yep! So here it is right here. This is a new variation of the cat suit. This can also be used in 3D World. And this makes you invincible. And I'll see if there's a good example, because I'm not sure if there are enemies yet. But let's check around here. He even broke the boxes. I did not know you could do that. So check out this right here. You are literally unstoppable as White Cat Mario. And he's got the glow around him. Very nice right there. And he just turned invincible, but I don't think it really matters because he's invincible already. So if you want an easy mode in the game, you could use the White Cat Mario amiibo. Well, it's actually just a Cat Mario amiibo, but this is what it gives you. And it can be very useful in the Bowser's Fury sections, where it gets a lot more challenging. But this isn't really the type of power-up I like to use because I like there to be a little bit of challenge when it comes to the game. Like, if you could just skip through it, that ruins a lot of the fun of the Bowser's Fury sections. So as you can see, there are the cats right there that are evil now. And the white cat suit actually stopped them. I don't think you can just do that with a regular power-up. So let's see, I'm going to change back to just a regular power-up. I'm going to use the Tanuki suit. Here we go. And we are going to stop Fury Bowser. So overall, what are my thoughts on the game? Well, it's a little bit early to say, but there are a lot of improvements with the base game 3D World, and of course this Bowser's Fury mode is great. As you can see, we just got a cat shine, and to sum it up, is it worth double dipping if you already had it on the Wii U? I would say that these are my first impressions, so I'm not sure 100% yet, but I am like 95% sure. I would say yes, it's definitely worth getting if you already had it on Wii U, because there's a lot of improvements. The Bowser's Fury game is short but sweet. Only problem I have with it is the length. You'll be able to beat it in like 3 to 4 hours, and if you're gonna 100% it, it'll take a little bit longer, but it won't take too much longer, so estimate about 5 to 6 hours or so. But with all the improvements, online multiplayer, and Bowser's Fury, I would say yes, it's definitely worth getting. So we're gonna play a little more of the game. I really like all the power-ups you can use, because it makes it so much fun. I often wondered what it'd be like if they had just traditional power-ups in an open-world 3D Mario game, and they actually work pretty great. See, the thing is, usually to use the power-ups, it's to get a certain, like, star or something like that. And while there are some cases here, they really just enhance your abilities. So we got the cat bullies right here. Very cute. And the Tanuki suit makes this very easy. You could also use the, I believe it's like, yeah, you could use a cat suit. Fire Flower is also really good. Or you could just run into them a la Super Mario 64. So let's see what we're supposed to do here. So we're going to use some more amiibos right now. I will show you the Bowser Jr. one once we're near some enemies, because he's supposed to create a shockwave that stops a bunch of enemies. So let's check that out. Alright, we got another cat shine. I think we're almost at 5. In fact, I think we did get 5. So when Fury Bowser appears, we can fight him. So I think we'll actually do that, but first I want to show off what the Bowser Jr. amiibo can do. Let's see if there's some enemies around here. These areas are very open right here. Very, very explorative areas. But there's a lot more action because there are more enemies and stuff. Okay, so we just see a Cat Goomba right here. 2 of them. So we will use the Bowser Jr. amiibo. Alright, let me go in a safe place away from the Cat Goombas and see if it'll do anything. Because I don't want to lose the Tanuki suit. Alright. Use the amiibo. Yeah, he just creates a shockwave like this. And it helped me get a power-up. So finally, we are going to use the Bowser amiibo, which summons Fury Bowser. So you see these Fury blocks right here? If you're going to try to get a cat shine, you're going to need to do this. And sometimes you're not near the blocks when Fury Bowser appears. Fury Bowser, my bad. And I'm actually going to use the Skylanders amiibo, see if that works. I have no doubt that it will. Well, let's check it out. There we go. So as you can see right there, the Giga Bell has awakened. So we're actually going to do a battle with Fury Bowser right now. This is the first one, so I don't really consider it spoilery. But if you don't want to see the boss fight, then now's the time to get off the video. So we're going to have him destroy these Fury blocks right here. Get the shine. Or actually, if we get the shine, we can't fight him. We'll just go back to that later. There we go. Plus he was around here, we could go there, but the shell will do for now. I think the shell here, you can actually use it much longer than you can in 3D World where you get dizzy, but this functions like the blue shell from New Super Mario Bros. Alright, time to transform into Giga Cat Mario. Takes a little while to load because he's that awesome, but we're gonna have a fun battle right here with Giga Mario and Fury Bowser. Alright, let's go. Look at that. They aren't kidding when they say this is Super Saiyan Mario. That scene right there reminds me of a Pokemon battle. But essentially what you do is you become so giant that you're bigger than most of the world. Like, look at that. It looks like this whole area was designed for ants. So we are going to stop Fury Bowser. Gonna grab his tail. No, you can't. Oh, for a second I thought maybe you could. But no. You gotta wait for him to jump, and then you gotta attack him. Like this. There we go. So overall, this isn't a very hard boss battle, but it's really fun. Definitely nothing like I've seen in a Mario game before. Alright. Gonna wait for him a little more, go behind him. Take a quick selfie. There we go. So yeah, overall, I would say this game is definitely worth getting. Bowser's Fury is so much fun. 3D World's a great game. I have nothing but positive things to say about the game, and even though it's a port, it's definitely worthy of its price. Like, a lot of the Wii U ports aren't, but yes, I said it before and I'll say this again, definitely worth getting the game. I'm enjoying the heck out of it, especially with Bowser's Fury. This is so much fun. The levels are explorative, there's a lot of different things you can do, really takes advantage of all the power-ups in fun and unique ways, and I gotta say, this has to be one of my favorite Switch games already. And you're also getting Super Mario 3D World in addition to Bowser's Fury, which is great. So we're going to see what happens to Bowser. And then I think we'll wrap up this episode of Demeech's Arcade. And anyways, guys, hope you liked this video. Let me know if you'd like to see more of these episodes that are kind of Let's Play review style, kind of a combination of both. So let me know what you think. In fact, if you have any games you'd like to see, request them. I'm more than happy to look at some of their requests and take them into consideration. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments and keep calm and dada on.